In a cozy Texas suburb, the Halloween spirit was alive and vibrant. Daisy and Ted's home was a tapestry of orange and black, with jack-o'-lanterns grinning on the porch and cobwebs adorning every corner. Their children, Violet and Sheldon, buzzed with excitement, flitting between rooms in their costumes, a vampire princess and a mini zombie, respectively.
Mom, can we go trick-or-treating now?
Sheldon shouted, tugging at Daisy's leg.
Patience, my little zombie.
Ted replied with a playful grin, adjusting his pirate hat.
The candy isn't going anywhere.
Daisy shot him a teasing glare.
Speak for yourself. If you keep that up, I might just walk the plank and hide all the candy for myself.
Amidst the laughter, the clock struck 7. Halloween was in full swing, but Daisy's heart sank a little. This wasn't just Halloween. It was also their 10th wedding anniversary. She glanced at Ted, who was helping Sheldon with his makeup, and felt a pang of longing.
Hey, Captain.
She whispered, sidling up to him, her voice as soft as velvet and a mischievous gleam in her eyes.
You know what would be a real treat tonight?
He turned, eyebrows raised, catching her teasing smile.
What's that, my witchy queen?
He leaned closer, a playful smirk tugging at his lips.
A quiet dinner. Just us.
She murmured, her fingers tracing the edge of his collar.
Maybe some takeout and a few candles?
Her voice softened.
It is our anniversary, after all.
He sighed, the glimmer in his eyes dimming slightly as he tucked a stray strand of hair behind her ear.
I know, babe. And I'd love nothing more than to make tonight all about you and me.
He paused, glancing at the noise coming from the kids' room.
But those little monsters are our top priority right now.
She let out a mock sigh, rolling her eyes with a smile.
Top priority. But promise me.
She tilted his chin up so he met her gaze.
That will make tonight unforgettable, even if it starts at midnight?
His eyes softened, catching her hand in his.
Oh, you don't need to worry about that,
he said, his voice low and warm.
After they're asleep, it's you, me, and all the time in the world.
Well, Captain.
She whispered, a slow grin spreading across her face.
You better keep that promise. Midnight's a dangerous time to make a girl wait.
Her voice softened, a hint of longing coloring her words.
Just you and me, Captain. It's been too long.
His grip on her waist tightened slightly and he leaned in.
Oh, I know, and trust me. Tonight I'll make up for every minute we've lost.
Her lips curved in a teasing smile, cheeks flushing.
Midnight, then?
She whispered, as if sealing a secret pact.
Midnight,
he murmured, brushing his lips against hers.
And I'll make it worth the wait.
Then midnight it is,
he murmured, his lips brushing her knuckles.
I'll be counting down every second.
As the night wore on, they managed to get the kids in their costumes and out the door, their laughter echoing down the street as they joined the parade of little goblins and ghouls. Daisy and Ted exchanged knowing looks, their hearts swelling with pride and nostalgia, as they watched their children dash from house to house, laughter mingling with the rustle of autumn leaves. Finally, after what felt like hours of candy collecting and charming neighbors, the kids stumbled through the door, tired but wired. Violet flopped onto the couch, her vampire fangs askew. Sheldon, still buzzing, decided to show off his candy haul.
Look, Mom, I got 3 full-size Snickers.
Not bad for a zombie.
Daisy said, tousling his hair.
Maybe you should consider a career in candy hunting.
Once the kids were finally tucked into bed, the house fell silent, save for the distant sounds of trick-or-treaters still wandering the neighborhood. Daisy and Ted collapsed onto the couch, the weight of the day settling heavily on their shoulders.
I think we deserve a medal for surviving Halloween,
Daisy said, her voice tired but playful. Ted chuckled, rubbing his temples.
Or at least a solid hour of Netflix and some ice cream.
Only if we can add a bit of romance to it.
She teased, leaning against him, her head resting on his shoulder. He wrapped his arm around her, pulling her closer.
You mean like Pirates of the Caribbean or Hocus Pocus? Because I have a great idea for how to spice things up.
Is it going to involve you running around in that pirate hat again?
She interrupted, laughing.
No promises?
He grinned, leaning down to kiss her softly. Their laughter faded into a comfortable silence as they soaked in each other's warmth, the day's chaos dissipating in the glow of their connection.
Are we having fun tonight, pretties?
Just as they began to lean into a more intimate moment, the unmistakable sound of small feet patted down the hallway. Violet's voice floated through the air.
Mom? Dad? I think I saw a ghost in the living room.
Daisy groaned, her face burying into Ted's shoulder.
You've got to be kidding me.
Looks like the ghost wants us to join the Halloween party after all.
As the kids piled onto the couch, wide-eyed and still in costume, Daisy couldn't help but smile. They may not have had the romantic evening they'd hoped for, but surrounded by the laughter and love of their little family, she realized that this was their kind of magic. With a mischievous glance at Ted, she said,
I guess we'll just have to celebrate 10 years of marriage in front of our tiny, costume-clad audience.
Hey, as long as I get my pirate hat back after this, I'm game.
he replied with a wink. And so, under the glow of Halloween lights, they embraced the chaos, finding love in every laughter-filled moment. As Daisy watched Ted playfully engage with their children, her heart swelled with a warmth that no candlelit dinner could ever match. In the midst of giggles and squeals, she noticed the way he brushed a stray hair from Violet's face and how his eyes sparkled with delight as he watched Sheldon recount his latest candy conquest. It was in these small, seemingly insignificant moments, the shared laughter over a silly joke, the knowing smiles exchanged between them, and the sweet whispers of bedtime stories, that the true magic of their love shone brightest. Because love isn't just about grand gestures or secret escapades. It's about the comfort of stolen glances across a bustling room, the gentle touch of a hand while sharing a couch, and the shared joy of watching their children grow. In the end, all we ever need is love in all its beautiful forms.
All You Need Is, a podcast where the heart finds its voice through enchanting romance stories. Join me as we explore the timeless power of love, weaving together tales that spark joy, nostalgia, unspoken desires, a warmth that makes your heart flutter, and the sweet magic of love that transcends time. From the first blush of infatuation to the comfort of lasting connections. Prepare to be swept off your feet as we delve into the intricacies of relationships, celebrate love in all its forms, and remind you that, at the end of the day, all you need is. Podcast conceptualized and created by Nazar Partiwala using 11 Labs.
Tune in and let your heart be your guide.